Hello everyone, welcome to tonight's episode of Pokemon Falling Stars, Session 2. I got this lovable cast of characters, and their trainers here. So, let's start at the very top. Mr. Toma, can you introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, I'm Toma. Usually I'm playing Lowell in our Saturday game, or Amot in our Astral April game that we will be continuing this Saturday. But today I am playing Caden Bishop, the up-and-coming, hopefully soon-to-be coordinator with his little pal Torchic Ahi.
Sorry, I was eating a carrot. Hello everybody, I am AJ. I am usually your DM extraordinaire, except for these every other weeks, which always seems to happen, where I always play a ball of sunshine. It's weird that it happened twice. I am Kiyomaru Yasamori, and I am going to do a lot of stuff. I'm going to be the greatest breeder, which would necessitate me to be a very famous trainer and a famous coordinator. And I have the most dripped out Pokemon here. End of sentence.
Hello everyone, I'm Nami. I'm playing Yuki, who is going to learn what grass is very soon, I fear. She's a shut-in NEET, as it were. And I have, of course, Natsu, my adorable little shiny mudkip.
Alright.
Luck on
Just for
this.
people in the chat, if the music is a little low or a little high, just let us know so we can adjust it. But either way, a few other things is one, we are changing something, two things after talking about it. First is we're deciding that I'm just going to remove the rule that if Pokemon get hit for double their HP or reach 10 injuries, they die. Apparently that was a downer. I don't get it myself, but apparently it's a sad thing. So instead, when a Pokemon gets to 10 injuries or gets hit for more than double their HP in a move by a much higher level Pokemon, they're just going to get injured to the point where it's better for them to just maybe not battle anymore and go live on Birch's area for them to kind of run around in. Still visitable, still very much allowed to be with their trainers as emotional support Pokemon, but can no longer battle or participate in contest. Secondly, we're also going to change how super effective moves work, because Pokemon Tabletop United is not a great system, so we have to tweak things a bit as we go. Super effective moves will no longer do double damage. They'll now do 1.2 times the damage on a single, type advantage. If it's 4 times effective, then it will do 1.5 times damage. But besides that, AJ, you wanted to tell us what we did last.
Beat Nami's ass. So, last time on Pokemon Falling Stars, and by the way, next time we do a recap, I'm going to look up that journal thing from Diamond and Pearl that no one really liked, and I'm going to do it like that. We started with the tall man, Caden Bishop, and his big coat in the tropical region and godless place. Talking to an old lady on a very cramped plane ride all the way from the Alolan Archipelago, specifically from Akala Island. And I think it's Hey City. After he met up with the professor's aide, I believe I was already there, as I had taken a very nice boat ride all the way from Goldenrod City in the Johto region. After traveling to pick up our final compatriot, Ishikawa Yuki, who took a boat ride from Mauville City, we were finally led to the town of Littleroot, but one day before we could get our first Pokemon. While Caden and Yuki decided to prepare for their journeys, explore the town, making friends with a Poochyena named Bagel, Kyo decided to do him some fishing. He caught a fish this big, which he then had to unfortunately release, even though she could already swim, even though I had bought extra Pokeballs and I'm an idiot. Eventually, we met up with Nigel Birch and his death metal jeep as we rode to his lab, finding our starter Pokemon, Goji, the Trico, Ahi, the Torchic, and Natsu, the shiny Mudkip, not named Bongwater. What followed then were one uneventful but impactful battle between Kyo and Yuki, which just sort of resulted in Kyo getting nervous of how strong his new buddy was. And then Caden and his Torchic being chased around by a little Zigzagoon, which lasted a bit longer. After our Pokemon were healed, we had since picked up after that battle.
All right, not bad. Take the reroll for the session. Pretty much anything.
I didn't miss nothing.
No, sorry, my niece came in. They're wanting to cut the cake now.
Oh, well, we're gonna take a quick break.
You guys
talk in character.
Exactly. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. I apologize. It is my mom's birthday. I have to go down there and sing happy birthday. It's only the right thing to do.
Happy birthday. I'm not gonna dox Broden's mom's name.
Yeah.
Happy birth, Miss Broden's mom.
Yeah, but no, Nami, I couldn't get lunch down.
Are you good?
I have no idea. Am I?
I don't know why you're asking me.
You're the biologist. If something was wrong with my table, I'd ask Toma.
Also, I guess if I'm also the resident always sick person, so, you know, I've got experience. Yeah, you're definitely dying, it's terminal, and, I give you like 3 days to live at best.
Terminal doesn't just mean I'm dying, it just means there's nothing that can be done about it.
Damn.
No, it's also, you are also dying, though.
Too.
I don't think I'm of the right ethnicity for this.
Yeah, this is, I don't know, this is the end for you. If you want my professional opinion.
But for all those out there, if you like tabletop stuff and you like me, I am now a DM for hire over at Start Playing, to which I had just fixed my profile because a lovely person who has taken the time, she has run over 600 games on this, and she does not come that cheap, so this is her full-on job. Was able to look at my profile and tell me what was wrong with it, which I appreciate exactly that kind of sentiment. So if you want to book me, there I am. I'm not that expensive. People Nami says are cool. Get a discount.
I say people are cool?
I don't know, but anyone who can, you do have to say it out loud in front of people.
The Nami stamp of approval. It doesn't come easily. Except for Bagel and except for Natsu.
I would say except for like Leon Kennedy.
Leave Leon out of this.
And not Ada?
You're correct. I do not love Ada.
And not Italians, I guess.
No. Let's not bring my beef with Italians here.
It's because we don't understand it.
You don't need to. I'm quoting you on this, and I know this because I was literally watching.
I just said I didn't need to.
Okay, good. I was gonna say you've said in the past verbatim. I do not need to understand. Good.
It goes low when you're chewing gum, and it after 10 seconds becomes just a wad of nothing.
No,
I've never chewed gum.
Are you chewing gum? Okay.
Brad and I spent the time plugging my pro
DMing.
Fair enough.
It was honey butter. Now it's rubber.
I was about to say that this will impact my opinion of you, which honestly that sounds pretty good. So
yeah, that's pretty good.
All right.
So, Broden, I have an idea.
Yep. Okay.
We start with Yuki. I roll the die.
Okay. By the way, we start back in right after the battle between. Sorry, I'm still learning him. Caden and the lab trainer, or I should say lab assistant, that you all saw him face off against. Unfortunately, it did seem like his torture did in fact lose the fight, but it was a very close encounter. What are y'all doing? Or to say, Kaden, what are you doing after the fight?
Well, that was an educational experience. He's gonna sort of dig around his back. That does remind me of, though. He's gonna pull out these little charm keychains. I wanted to give these to you guys as a sort of token from Alola.
Kyo is still nervously going over battle notes, not sure where he fucked up.
These are the Guardian Pokemon for the different islands in Alola, and I figured we could each have one for some good luck, and sort of looks over at Birch. If you want one as well, Professor, I have 4.
Oh, I'd really appreciate it, actually. I'll let you all pick which ones you guys want, and I'll take what's left.
Would it be occult education? No, the 4 totem guardians?
I mean, Caden will just tell you
is-
if you ask.
Well, yeah, but I
was-
want to know if I know.
I would say that even via Pokemon education, this would not be something you would know, Kyo.
Well, that's why I asked if it was occult education, like, because it is their religion. So I was gonna see if I could roll for it, and if I can, woo. If not, oh well.
I would just say in this
Okay.
scenario, you probably wouldn't know.
So Kyo's just gonna look up. Could you explain these?
Yeah. This one is Tapu Koko. They are the guardian of Mele Mele Island. This one, which I would prefer to keep as it's the guardian of my home island of Akala Island, is Tapu Lele. This is Tapu Bulu of Ula Ula Island, and this is Tapu Fini of Pony Island. They are electric, psychic, grass, and water guardians, respectively.
Well, I absolutely think you should keep yours, Caden. That only makes sense to me, but I'll take whichever one you think makes sense for me.
Yeah. If any of them go over wisdom or something, if they represent anything like that, above game. Oh, Caden took the best one competitively.
Professor, do you have any preference?
I'll take this one if no one else wants. Which one did you take?
Tapu
Caden?
Lele.
Tapu Lele. He'll take Tapu Bulu.
I look at Yuki. Well, you're from Mauville, so it's an electrical city, and there's Tapu Koko, but Natsu's a water type, and that's Tapu Fini.
I guess I'll take Tapu Fini.
I guess
Right.
I'll take Tapu Koko.
He hands
The
out
drink.
the charms.
But you can all add to your inventory if you want somewhere, just your little charm.
Making it a key item.
Caden hooks his little
I have
Tapu.
no effect.
Yeah.
Caden hooks his little Tapu Lele keychain to his Pokegear.
I would say, and then it goes on my Pokephone.
Yeah, easily done. You attach them right onto your Pokephones.
How the fuck do you make something a key item?
Yuki also puts it on her phone, of course.
Alright. Easily done. You see the professor kind of reach down. He doesn't put it on a phone, but he does kind of reach down to like this belt buckle of keys and he puts it on his. Because, you know, I've always tried to get more information out of Professor Kukui about these guardian deities of Alola, but I guess they are, according to him, a difficult thing to understand.
Caden sort of nods. Yeah, it's sort of just mostly a local superstition. Occasionally they'll pick someone as the kahuna for their island to work as the sort of mediator between them and the humans. That's most of what I know about them.
Fascinating. Unfortunately, the only legendaries in Hoenn, Latios and Latios, are rather seclusive creatures. Not many are known to be around. So it's interesting to know there are legendary Pokemon out there that like to interact with people. Well,
sometimes.
Well, you have your starters, and they seem to be getting along with you all pretty well. If you'd like, I could show you a tour of the grounds, see where your Pokemon will be, stored if you ever need to send them back my way. I actually have one of my old assistants' Pokemon here as well, if you'd like to meet them. They're a rather impressive size Walrein. I'm actually studying them due to their unusual size. And then,
I will never turn down meeting a Pokemon.
Great! And while we're around, I can ask you guys what your thoughts are on about a little tournament that's going to be held.
Tournament?
Yes. Littleroot, while not a home to any gym or a official sort of, anything like that, they do like to put on a, start of the year tournament for every new trainer. Only rookies are allowed. People like you. You can enter. Everyone's on a similar and fair playing field, and we just see who comes out on top. Winner gets a small prize. I think Miss... Oh, maybe she stopped. Well, maybe not. Miss Laura typically provides a winner a Pokédoll, hand-stitched, of whatever Pokemon they used in the fight.
Well, that sounds nice.
Alright.
When's that supposed to be held? I know we've got a little bit before the league year.
3 days. The league year starts relatively soon, just in a few days itself. This takes place, I believe, the night before it starts.
Convenient timing. Perhaps we will have to look into it. And she kind of just
down.
looks not so up and down, thinking about a stuffed animal.
Though I think this year, I believe, there's 2 categories. There's one for single battles and one for double battles. If you wish to enter the double battle, you will need to find another Pokemon. So you'll have plenty of time to do that. Anyways, who wants to take a look at the rounds?
Kidding.
Sure, absolutely.
Perfect. He'll lead you outside, and Tomi, you don't need to change it. He leads you outside into what looks like this just massive field. You can see fences going out to the left and to the right of you guys, sort of circling in this area. And as you kind of go out, you can see tracks of other Pokemon that he clearly has kept here. As you also go about, you can see what looks like in the trees other just naturally wild Pokemon, such as Wurmpools and everything, kind of crawling their way up. Kyo, you would recognize in one of the trees also, to your shock, you do see what looks like a Caterpie in it. That's currently just nested next to a Wurmple. As he kind of leads you through, he initially takes you over to the lake. He goes, so, this is primarily where we keep water-type Pokemon. Yuki, your little guy Natsu here is primarily where he spent his time. He swam around this pond when he was just being born. So, he's pretty familiar with this spot. Though, Kaden, I would probably pick up your Torchic, because she had one bad experience here.
Leans down and lets her either climb up or hop into his arms, whichever she's more comfortable with.
She'll hop up into your arms. She kind of just narrows her eyes towards the water.
Chuckles and pats her head.
Now, to the north we have a small cave. There I keep one of my own Pokemon. I've already introduced you to them, Torkoal. He typically stays in there and helps regulate the temperatures in there for any of the fire-type Pokemon. Imagine it sort of like a kiln. They really like to enjoy the heat in there.
And that was in what?
He leads you to a cave up north.
Oh, a cave, okay. I didn't know if it was like an actual greenhouse.
Nope. He does take you inside. You can see like the walls are very much smooth. The heat in here is intense. If outside was already pushing 90, in here is pushing probably towards the 120s, if not hotter. Goes. Fire-type Pokemon obviously like to be in warmer climates, so we try to keep them in them. Any Fire-type Pokemon will likely stay in here. Eventually he'll lead you out. He goes, the cave next to it, however, is currently where we're housing my used-to-be assistant's Walrein. And you can see the cave is just covered in ice, just crystals everywhere. You see large, just hanging, my mind goes blank when I do this. Icicles hanging from the ceilings. He goes, we can go in if you guys want, but I will warn you, it gets mighty cold in there. Her ice-type energy does typically cause this stuff to happen.
Yuki just like takes a step back and is like, I think I'm good. I'm not meant for the cold.
Fair enough.
And then just kind of like tucks Mudkip under her jacket a little bit.
Yeah. Mudkip doesn't seem too bothered by the cold.
Caden just sort of like leans the fluff of the top of his jacket back away from him a bit as he hugs Torchic against him. It's probably gonna get colder on the road, isn't it?
I hope
No.
not.
We're this is a very humid / tropical place, Caden.
You won't find many ice-type Pokemon in the Hoenn region. Walrein is actually one of the very few.
And I read in a
have to-
Pokeblog, it's weird that Hoenn even has that one.
Aren't
It
there
is.
Mountains here somewhere?
There are mountains here, but none get high
They're-
enough to where...
They're volcanoes.
Precisely.
Oh.
You will find many ash-covered mountains, but not so much snow-covered.
Well, I should
The
be
only
comfy
actual snow-covered cave is actually towards Moss Deep. We still trying to figure that one out. My old assistant used to go there all the time, but obviously he's moved on now, so we need to get another researcher over there. None of you want to go see them? I could ask for it to come out, but the ice may spread a little further.
Caden's got Torchic. He's happy to go in.
I would, but grass type.
Very well. Caden, you want to see him? I guess her.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Stares at
All right.
heater capability on Torchic.
Yeah. You step into the cave, Caden. It is very cold, but you do feel the heat radiate off your Torchic as she is sort of bundled up in your jacket. Both your body heat sort of warming each other up. And he leads you a bit deep into the cave. And as you kind of turn the corner, you hear him kind of quietly say out, he goes, Aurora, we're here. Don't ice blast us, please. As you kind of round the corner, you see just this enormous Walrein. Just this massive seal-like creature with large tusk, big bushy hair on its, like, up towards its mouth like a beard. And it kind of looks down towards you. This thing, Caden, is probably standing at least 9 feet tall, which is very unusual for a Walrein.
Just
Yeah, but as it looks down at you, it just gives out a big, goofy grin on its face.
smiles back. Nice to meet you, Aurora. Huh, you weren't kidding, Professor. She's definitely bigger than any I've heard of.
Nearly double the height. I don't... My assistant, when he first found her as a seal, found her alone in the caves of near Moss Deep, but we don't really know what her, what her entire group was before she was left alone. We thought she was initially abandoned, but given her size, she may have been a descendant of possibly an alpha Pokemon.
Oh, maybe.
Not near as aggressive, though.
Was she big as a Spheal as well?
She was pretty large. Maybe half a foot larger than a regular Spheal.
Just imagining Spheal, but beach ball.
Essentially, yes. Goes, always been a love bug, though. That's for sure. Yeah. The Amethyst found her when she was just a young thing, and took her in and went on their own journey, and this is, well, you can see how that went.
Well, now she gets to relax here, right?
True. Though I'm sure he'll be back to grab her once my research is done. Him and his wife are planning to take a vacation in Hoenn anyway, so he'll probably pick her up then.
Oh. Anyone I've heard of?
Unlikely. Not at least in the Alolan region. He may have been in contact with Professor Kukui, but he primarily takes most of his research with Professor Elm, Oak, and, well, Bill over in the Kanto region. He's actually helping them with a project recently to repopulate Eevees.
Oh, that's nice. I've heard their population's gone up a bit in the last few years, but it's still not what it should be.
They have. Not near as much as the Lapras population, but definitely up.
Well, just sort of smiles and just sort of offers his hand to the Walrein. Well, sounds like your master is doing a great job then.
She'll look down at your hand and she slowly just brings her head down to kind of nuzzle up against it.
Smiles and gives her scritches.
You see the back tail fin pop up and down as it slaps against the cold ice floor.
You're right, well. Professor. She's definitely affectionate.
Oh, yes. More than his other Ice-type Pokemon. He's a specialist, you see, in that category of typing.
Oh. From what you said earlier, that was pretty hard to hear.
Well, it's not an easy type to master. His wife is more difficult. She's a Seal-type expert.
Hopefully I'll get to meet them later. That sounds like they'd be really interesting people to know.
Well, when they come by, I'll give you all a call. Maybe we can all meet somewhere. Anyways, we probably kept the other two outside long enough.
Sure, it's fine, but yeah. Kyo's probably
they don't seem
already
to like the cold
buried
very
in
much.
In his notes.
True. Oh, well, we'll see. And he kind of leads you out of the cave. It's been about, we'll say, 20 to 30 minutes that they were in there. As eventually you both see Professor Birch and Caden emerge from the cave. He goes, oh, sorry to keep you two waiting. Hopefully I didn't bore you all to death sitting here.
That's fine.
Yuki is just like slob squatting like over off to the side, like going through her phone and fiddling with things in her pocket. Oh no, it's totally great. It's, I had a lot of things to do out here, Very busy.
So,
I really
your
wish you guys...
Mudkip is slowly watching you scroll with his eyes.
I really wish you guys had gone in there with me. She's got to be at least 9 feet tall.
Well, I mean, maybe another time when I've got, maybe if we all had a fire type, but maybe I could borrow your Torchic for next time.
Maybe.
Well, either way. If you come this way, we will see the forest. This is primarily where your Trico stayed, Kyo, during its younger years. Well, younger months. As he kind of leads you into this denser forest area, as sort of the sun gets blocked out by these large trees. So I try to make sure that this entire area can sustain any Pokemon. We even have a special place here for dragon types.
Lynch.
Though I asked you not bring too many in case fights break out.
Oh, you won't have to worry about that with me.
Not a dragon type fan, are we?
Not the biggest.
Well, they can be dangerous.
It's not why.
Very well.
Every Pokemon's dangerous.
True.
Ahi over there
Yeah.
could burn this entire town to the ground.
Yeah, Natsuru here, we're real dangerous, and she just kind of like holds him up and shakes him slightly.
He
No, I
relaxes
don't think
so
I
much
agree
as you
with
hold
that.
him up that his like little fins just kind of droop down. As you shake him, he just goes like a rag doll.
I don't think we gotta worry about that for Mahi. She's a sweetheart. He scritches under her beak.
She affectionately kind of lifts her chin up to him. Goes, well, I've shown you most of the grounds, really. There's not really much to it. I mean, I just want to let you know that whatever Pokemon you send my way will be well taken care of. There's even nests in the trees for any bird types. Now, looking at the time... Oh dear. Yeah, perfect. It's almost about noon. Say we grab a quick lunch and get you guys on your way. I mean, I don't want to take up all your time. I'm sure you're looking to start your adventure.
Well, we apparently got this
Yep.
tournament to be here for in a couple days.
True. You don't have to do the tournament, but it's up to you. Either way. You'll follow me, and instead of leading you back to the lab, he kind of takes you off to this other side house. And you kind of leads you inside, and it looks like just a regular house a person lives in. Standing there in the kitchen, you see a woman about the same age as Birch. You kind of get the idea this is probably his wife. Who, by the way, in the mangas and everything, is never named.
Nope.
This is my beautiful house. This is my beautiful wife.
Yep. As she kind of turns around, she goes, "Oh, you must all be the new trainers. Welcome. Glad to meet all of you. I'm glad to see you all have gotten your Pokemon."
Caden, like, just with his hands, because he's holding Ahi right now. Alola.
She'll do the gesture back. Alola. Goes, I hope you guys are hungry. Me and my Magnemite here has been whipping up a storm here in the kitchen. You see a little Magnemite kind of come out from behind, like a door frame. And you just hear the familiar Magnemite. You see a little whisk and spatula currently floating in the air next to it.
Caden just smiles and thinks that's really cool. That sounds great. It's nice to meet you. I'm Caden Bishop.
Nice to meet you. And you two?
Can,
Who does she
I was gonna say
introduce
you
herself
can
as?
see Yuki's eyes like kind of light up, and she just goes immediately towards the Magnemite, and she just like eyes very like excited, like, wait, you have a Pokemon that can cook as well? I used to have one, but she's been gone for a few years now. Used to make the best food. Now I have to live off of convenience store ramen.
Ooh. Poor dear? Yes, no. Charge here helps me around the house. Great assistant, honestly. you know, he's typically able to do most things people don't realize. I mean, his magnetism allows him to kind of control metal. So he helps me around the kitchen. Had to teach him how, though. Typical for some Pokemon compared to others. Oh, what was the kind that helped you?
Oh, a Curlia.
Oh, yes. The Ralts line is quite helpful towards their trainers.
Oh, she was the best. She would make such wonderful food for me, and for the other Pokemon as well. I'd love to have another Pokemon help me cook someday. To be honest, I am terrible at it.
Well, you can always teach a Pokemon how to cook. It'll take time depending on which one and their willingness to learn.
Yes, Yuki, you teach Pokemon how to cook.
And you can learn.
She just kind of like glares back at Caden. Yes, I could totally do it.
Well, if you ever want any lessons, just come on back and maybe we can try to learn something.
Sounds good. I appreciate it.
Great. Well, I made quite a bit. As she kind of puts out the table, you see there is like steamed Magikarps, Toro steaks, corn on the cob and everything. Not everything's Pokemon themed.
Hey, cornberry's a thing.
Fine, cornberry. An assortment of different other berries. She also gets on the table a few plates for the Pokemon. As you kind of see her go up into the kitchen towards this machine, as she's like slicing in a bunch of berries and different objects such as meats and everything, as she like closes it and taps a button, you see it kind of rumble a little bit, and then eventually you hear a ting sound as she lifts out what looks like this kind of like homemade Pokemon food. But it's everything she put into it is like super condensed down into these little pellets. As she kind of empties it out and puts it out for your Pokemon. Goes, so dig in. Got plenty here. I believe Brendan was supposed to be back here in about 5 to eat with us. So enjoy. If you have any questions, just let me know.
I do actually. How much does one of those cost, and do they come in a portable version? Points at the machine.
I was actually going to ask, like above game, like how common are those, and how would this be a common household utility?
You would know that it's not completely common. This is typically a more expensive item that some trainers buy eventually. Because most people will go to the store and grab your typical Pokemon kibbles and bits kind of stuff. Other people who particularly care a great deal for their Pokemon's diet, specifically trainers, will sell out the money for one of these. You can get one that's typically made for the house, or one that is typically made for portable travel. Point being is you get the raw material yourself, like the meat, the berries, and everything, and it makes your own. It is technically you are doing better to make a diet for your Pokemon that will help them. As for price, this would run quite a lot of $40. You guys do not have enough.
No, but we could pool our resources later.
Possibly, yes. One day you could. But this is this is top of the line. This is a top of the line product. Professional trainers use this kind of stuff. So. She kind of sits down. Tell me, what are you guys hoping to do first?
Well, if there's a tournament, we're gonna have to get ready. Are there rules anywhere, like how many Pokemon we're gonna need, etc.?
Let me check. And she whips out her phone. According to this, you need at least 2 for both the double battle or the single tournament. Rules are you battle until a Pokemon faints or until the opponent calls quits. You know, whichever happens first. Items are not allowed as it is seen as a more official tournament, though held items are. So your Pokemon can have berries, but they can't have, say, you can't use a potion mid-battle.
Oh, I wonder if we could find any berry trees around here.
You should be able to find some in the wild if you look hard enough. Depending on what you're looking for, though, it may be more difficult.
At this level, probably Oranberry.
I'd settle for a frickin' cherry Pecha Berry, given how, you know, Wurmples and such.
Two Pokemon, though. Guess we'll have to catch one if we want to participate, then.
Catch one or convince it to battle with you.
Speaking of, and he sort of looks at the other two. Do either of you have any thoughts on what your first caught Pokemon might be?
Nothing we can get out here.
I guess I didn't really think about that. I suppose I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. I'm just excited to see more Pokemon.
Oh, you'll definitely see plenty out there. Though we have had a strange surge of other region Pokemon appearing, though they're much rarer.
Do you think that's related to some sort of, like, of people bringing them in for trading and for selling, or?
Could be. There's also always people who just release Pokemon that they may not be able to take care of, or they bring over and just abandon. It's sad, but it does happen. Some Pokemon are trying to be reintroduced into the wild. Another good example is Combees are trying to be brought over via the Pokemon League's request, as they're great pollinators.
Wonder how people are getting them in past the border.
There's plenty of ways. Though none of them are legal.
Just seems kind of antithetical to go through all the trouble of getting one here just to release it, unless you're trying to cause problems.
Typically, that is what's going on. Not everyone can be understood, and, well, some people like to bring Pokemon here in hopes that it will populate the area, in which case they can have a Pokemon that they want always nearby.
And possibly
Issue is
ruin the environment for everything else.
Exactly. Which is why it's my husband's job to make sure that stuff like that doesn't happen. If a Pokemon species is meant to be here, we just keep track of it and leave it. If it's not, we try to get it and relocate it.
I guess that's one of the benefits of Alola. Everything comes in by boat or plane, so it's a lot harder to sneak stuff in.
Well, I mean, Hoenn is an island country too. But we're just much bigger than Alola, so there's a lot more cracks for people to get things in and out.
A lot more coastline to sneak stuff in.
Exactly. We just don't have the rangers to cover everywhere. Especially when, you know, trainer season begins. And of course you have the classics, you know. People will go through the paperwork to bring in Pokemon that was theirs from another region. And something can happen to either the trainer, or maybe the Pokemon again get separated. They can't find each other again, and, well, the Pokemon eventually goes back out into the wild and repopulates.
Well, at least you won't have to worry about that from us. He just sort of looks at the three Pokemon that are the only ones we have right now.
True. But those Pokemon are rare, so just do be careful. Some people will be jealous that you have them.
Well, they can be jealous. He just rubs Ahi's head.
She leans
Yuki
into it
just
again.
nods furiously at that.
She kind of gives you a serious look, Yuki. She goes, not to mention if it's a shiny Pokemon,
Oh,
they may be
I hadn't-
even more willing.
I hadn't considered that. Oh.
Kaden just sort of thinks about that and just leans forward. So, you're probably gonna have a lot of pictures taken, huh?
Do you think I could get him some kind of little code or something?
My recommendation is, once you get to Oldale Town, go to the Pokemart and you can buy a tracker for your Pokeball.
That sounds like a great idea. I guess you also
I
have
have-
going for you that it being a rare Pokemon, maybe not as many people know what its more normal form looks like.
Well, it's not that people have never heard of Mudkip. They're advertised for Birch. When you
That
advertise
is
for
true.
lab trainers.
They are very charismatic.
I tried.
Well,
You say
a tracker I will get. I do appreciate that advice.
No problem. I'd recommend it for all your Pokemon if you can. They're not that expensive either, only 100 Pokédollars.
Those only work on the ball itself, though, right?
Correct.
At least helps if the Pokeball goes stolen or something. Arceus forbid.
True, but there's very few ways for people to capture a Pokemon and take it without it already being inside their Pokeball. There's only been one recorded machine to ever be able to do so, and it is highly illegal, and every instance of it has been, for the most part, destroyed.
Caden looks a little worried, having had not heard of that.
Yeah, Yuki also exchanges a very anxious glance with him.
Don't worry, it's never happened in the Hoenn region, only ever in the Ore region.
That's a relief.
Not to mention, any group or person that was found to have one without being issued a direct license by the League would face very serious consequences.
Is that something you get a license for to, I guess, remove Pokemon from problem trainers?
There are a few people who are licensed to do that very thing, but it is, and I cannot stress this, very rare.
I'd imagine that's the only thing I can think of that might be a reason for it to still exist.
Well, the research was done to create them over in the Ore region. Initially, from what I've heard, a criminal group initially had it, and then scientists from over there made their own version to counteract it. It caused a whole dilemma, but that was years ago, and from my understanding, both machines have been destroyed.
I just realized above game that you're talking about Pokemon.
XD and Gale
XD,
Darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah, XD, Gale Darkness, and Coliseum.
Yep. So, onto something a little more lighthearted. What are people's opinions on the pictures on media about, like, for instance, chubby Pikachu?
She just kind of smiles. She pulls out her phone. She shows up. In one of her backgrounds, it's just a chubby Pikachu. Very popular. Immensely, well, popular amongst a few adults, very popular amongst children.
You should see some of the ones we get in Alola.
They only
They-
eat pancakes.
Some of them.
Cost an entire
Pikachu-
biological diversion branch because of pancakes.
Pancakes.
Cade
Have you,
pulls
oh,
out
have you never
his-
heard of an Alolan Raichu?
I've heard
pulls
of
out
them,
his old phone, sort of just looks at it for a few seconds, and finds the camera app, goes through it for a bit, and he pulls up a picture of an Alolan Raichu.
You see an Alolan Raichu, a typical Raichu that is now just riding its own tail like a surfboard.
Yeah, that happened because they ate too many pancakes.
I'd seen pictures of these before, but pancakes? That's
Pancakes.
You're joking, right?
Pancakes.
At least from what I heard from the research that was done, they liked pancakes so much or at least some of them that stuck around, learned how to use psychic energy to levitate them.
Birch just kind of lets out a large laugh. He goes, Pokemon sure are a strange thing, aren't they?
Honestly, I think the stranger part is some of them eat them with ketchup.
Yuki actually winces physically at that.
You see Birch do the same thing.
I was about to say that the Pokemon world really is beautiful and fascinating. I think I will have to rescind that statement for now.
I think it's
May have gone into the wrong research field. Well, I'm sure there'll do more studies to figure it out. And at that time, you can hear a door open, as suddenly you see what looks like a trainer. Looks a lot like Birch, thinner, wearing a sort of white hat. Kind of step in, probably about in their early 20s. As he kind of stares up at all, he goes, "Oh, right. Lab trainers for today."
Caden smiles and waves, then does the Alola thing. Alola, you must be Brendan, right?
He kind of he gives you a small smile and does the Alola thing back. He goes, "Alola, yes, I'm Brendan Birch. Nice to meet you." And he'll reach across the table and shake your hand.
Shakes his hand. Caden Bishop, it's nice to meet you too.
Kind of looks down at the Torchic. Oh, all right.
Looking for your Swampert's little one. He sort of looks over at Yuki.
Swampert's not mine. That's Dad's.
Right.
Mine was Skeptile. He'll look over to over towards Yukio and looks at the Trico and it kind of gives Trico a small nod as the Trico kind of looks up and does the same back to him.
Yeah, this is Goji now.
Goji?
Yeah.
Oh, where are my banners? He's gonna nod to Torchic. This is Ahi.
Ahi? Alright.
And holding up the still, I'm sure, very sleepy Mudkip. This is Natsu.
Does not stop chewing. Goes, yes, Natsu. How you doing there, bud? It lets out a small mud as food just starts to drop from its mouth as it closes it very quickly.
Yuki just looks in horror as she sets him down kind of on her lap or whatever and looks scurries around for a napkin.
No,
a little
it's
bit
fine.
Disgusted.
It's fine. I knew he'd do that anyway. He kind of reaches into his back pocket, pulls out a handkerchief and kind of wipes it up. And goes over and flicks it into the garbage. He goes, you're good, trust me. I've been around Natsu a bit in the last few months and he hasn't changed since the time he hatched. You see him kind of go around the table and take a seat next to his father. He goes, anyways, so I got your name, Caden, and Ahi. I know Goji. What was your name?
Sorry, I don't know who you're talking to.
Kyo.
My name's Kyo.
All right, pleasure to meet you. And you?
Yuki.
All right, pleasure to meet you. So pretty much introduced myself already, but I'll just do so again. Brendan Birch. I'm, Professor Birch's son.
I've seen some of your battles. It's great stuff.
Oh, thanks. Well, it was. Gotta figure out what to do now.
Honestly, I'm both relieved and a bit saddened that I didn't get to go through the year at the same time you did. It would have been great.
Well, it was very peaceful, I can say that. A lot of interesting places in Hoenn. You'll get to see for yourself very, very soon.
I'm hoping to.
He just kind of sits there awkwardly. Not, like, clearly he doesn't seem to know where to take this conversation.
So, I've done some research on migrations with my father and Alola. What sort of things have you looked into other than battling?
Oh, I mostly just kind of help out my father now with his research. I got my license to be a professor's assistant not too long ago, so I'm studying under him now until I can go for my full, licensing.
See. What sort of tests are required for that sort of license?
Quite a bit. You got to be able to prove, that you know enough about Pokemon. You have to, go through a number of different classes, and then I believe for my thesis, just to get this far, I had to produce a theory about Pokemon migration, which, of course, that was my subject primarily in it, due to my father. And then I had to go out into the field and actually conduct the research and show my, work. A long process.
Interesting. Did you pick a specific kind of Pokemon that was migrating, or just in general?
Primarily, I actually took up a rather difficult one. The relationship between Zangoose and Vipers during migration patterns.
Oh. I bet that was a bit of a hassle.
Definitely a hassle, but easy to keep myself safe. I don't think there's many other trainers that wanted to take up the research, so I did it myself. Initially, me and my sister are supposed to be switching out and traveling to go and conduct research from afar, but she has, she likes to take her sweet time.
Okay, I know her sister's name, but I can't remember it.
Sapphire.
Say Ruby and...
I think Professor Birch mentioned it. Sapphire was your sister?
As soon as you say the name, you see both him and Birch kind of give a small shudder. Like, yep, that's her. Met her yet?
No, but should I be worried? What was that?
She's, been on the wild side. She does research, but most of her, I guess, approaches to many things is to, bash right through it. She doesn't stay in one place for long, and even during battle, she can get kind of, aggressive.
I bet she'd get along with my dad then.
Probably. So my father told me a little bit. Your father has dragon types?
Yep, that's pretty much what his focus is when he's not working out the migration patterns.
She hasn't held any dragon types, but from what I understand, she's had to go toe-to-toe with quite a few. Typically, from what she told us, she can get them to back down.
Well, if she's strong enough for that, then maybe it would be interesting to meet her, at least for a little bit.
Well, expect her to try to battle you if you do.
It's pretty much what I was expecting from basically everything you said about her.
Well, good. I'm glad I gave a accurate impression. Well.
Sort of just looks to Kyo and Yuki, trying not to just have the entire conversation to himself.
I ain't gonna be talking much tonight, that's all I'm gonna tell you.
Yuki is like currently trying to find the easiest way to get out of the room and go elsewhere. And she's like trying to see if she can get Natsu to like eat a little faster.
I see. Above game, I will be the face.
No, it's not that you'll be the face. I'm just not up for it tonight.
He's tired. As well. Say, Yuki, roll me something to try to get Mudkip to eat faster.
Sure. Let me see.
Roll for chew.
Pokemon education? I don't know. I don't actually. Charm maybe? I don't know. Her charm is terrible, by the way. This is gonna be terrible.
Or athletics, just shove it in there.
Yeah, I'll say. Yeah, I guess charm would be you're trying to convince him.
I say would charm or stealth? I'm not sure.
I mean, you don't really have to sneak out. I mean, if you want to just try to sneak out and grab him,
yeah, okay,
as you do.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that works. We'll roll for stealth. She's just trying to sneak out.
Okay. Eight. That will be enough. Where are you trying to go? Just anywhere? Or?
Just like outside.
Okay. Yeah.
She just wants to like sit outside and finish eating. She's gonna go touch grass for once. Just to get out of an awkward conversation.
You kind of sneak away during the awkward conversation. As you kind of do, you watch as the Mudkip kind of grabs the bowl in its entire mouth as you're kind of picking it up. Not willing to miss the meal. As you kind of go out and sit down, the Mudkip kind of just starts eating again as if nothing happened. Clearly not bothered about being at the table or not.
Just imagine Caden looks over to the other two just so that they can lean in on the conversation and then just like blinks. Where'd Yuki go?
Yeah, Kyo seems to be too busy with his notes. Yeah, you don't see Yuki.
Oh.
As Virgil's wife speaks up, she goes, "Oh, she's probably just not a people person. I get that." Either way. Eat up. After we're done here, I think Birch is gonna set you off on the path.
What time is it? It said it was like lunch.
Yeah, it's getting towards like 1 now in the afternoon. As you kind of look out, in fact, Yuki, you would know this. As you're kind of looking up, you can see what looks like clouds coming in. It looks like it's gonna get a light rain here soon.
I'd actually like to find Yuki, if I may.
Yeah, Kyo can excuse himself if he likes.
And I say, Kyo ain't gonna try to be sneaky. He'll be like, excuse me, and go. How find?
I think this would just be like a perception, maybe.
Okay. 9 out of a
gone.
possible 12.
They're gone.
9 beats an 8.
Just starts asking technical questions.
Yeah, you start your technical conversations with Birch and Brendan. Kyo, you're able to find Yuki, who's now currently sitting outside. Her Mudkip currently is just face down inside of a bowl.
Yuki, I figured it out.
Kind of startles her out of her thoughts. She's just staring dead at Natsu. Kyo, yes, hello. Figured out, yes. I know exactly what you're talking about. Elaborate.
You need either a flying type, a bug type, or a poison type.
Shooter like thinks for a minute. I do quite like poison types, but what's your reasoning?
I just gesture to my Trico. Your weakness.
You know, that's a good point. I would love to
Think
find
about
like
it.
a bug type or a poison type sometime soon. I think they're some of the coolest.
Well, just think about it. You're eventually not going to have to worry about electric, and what are the odds we come up against anything that knows the move freeze dry?
Or salt cure.
Hopefully low, given that there are almost no ice types in this region. So, good point. You've thought a lot about this, it seems.
Oh yeah, that's what I've been trying. I figured out what everybody needed.
Oh, what's Caden need?
A Shroomish.
Oh,
Yeah.
a Breloom.
Oh
right?
no, just the Shroomish.
Just the Shroomish.
Just the Shroomish. Think about it. He could just kind of grab it.
Aren't they really good at, like, she kind of thinks for a second, generally being a nuisance to everyone as well?
Uh-huh. Well, he could try to find a C-Dot, but they tend to be a bit higher up.
Also, you have to admit, Shroomish is just cuter.
Oh no. C-Dot's blank enough to where you can project any kind of feelings on it. He could get a Lotad, but I don't know if he's got it.
It.
Think of Ludicolo, and then think of our new calm companion.
Yuki kind of like, she like chuckles a bit. Okay, fair point. However, maybe it would liven him up a bit.
Oh no. Possibly. I think if you're gonna do a contest, your Pokemon has to fit your vibes.
Oh, right, he is doing contests, isn't he?
Oh yeah, we have to think practically. He has to think aesthetically.
Honestly, I mean, given the coat, he'll be just fine.
You could always find a Tailo or a Swablu.
And she just kind of like glances down her scarf, kind of absent-mindedly fiddling with it.
Yep, that's why.
I would have, you would have never guessed that. I'm not sure. How could you have known? I wanted a Swablu.
Matches your hair.
She just kind of rolls her eyes, but like affectionately. Of course it does.
Ah, I've just been figuring out what everybody needs.
Well, Kyo, what do you need?
Guess.
Some sort of water type, I assume.
Exactly.
Maybe you would get a Lotad.
I think I can handle that responsibility.
I think you could, but also Hoenn has a million water types, so I'm sure you'll be fine either way.
Could go with a Wingull, something that has air mobility.
They are easy to find as well. You just have to go hold up some bread anywhere near a beach, and they'll be everywhere.
If we go buy out an entire bakery, we can look for another weird colored one.
Another weird colored one.
Well, you got a weird colored Mudkip.
Oh, and you want a weird color Wingull.
Oh. Then Caden finds something weird colored, and we kind of just, mix it up.
That would be interesting if we all had one. Although then I think we'd have way too much attention on us. A shiny for each of us? That seems like we would just be asking for attention and pictures of all of us.
I know, I definitely need all that attention.
Caden the coordinator, yes.
Meanwhile, Yuki kind of like her hand she recoils back like, ugh, you want people to like think about you, know about you, talk to you, communicate with you?
My goal is to be famous, right?
Some people and their aspirations remain a mystery to me.
Breeders have to be.
Well, remind me not to become a breeder then.
Oh yeah. If I'm being honest, I don't know if that'd be your deal.
No, I don't think so. I don't think I have the She thinks for a second. The attention to detail that it maybe requires.
Oh, I just thought the idea of people asking if their Pokemon can make babies with your Pokemon in a manner humanity still doesn't understand, you might be repulsed by it.
She's already repulsed, as is visible on her face.
Exactly. So, we need to get you a Wurmple or a Tailo. D-Class is coming back, Nami.
Good lord. Alright. I will say that if Kyo or Yuki want to do something, you'd have a little bit of time before lunch is over. Otherwise, I say we skip right to the end of lunch.
I was gonna say, only thing I would want to do is, well, Yuki, let's go see if we can find you a Pokemon that has it.
You can go into the woods real quick and just see if you find anything.
Yeah, Yuki would be down for that.
Alright. Kane, as you're kind of talking to Birch and Brendan, Kyo and Yuki, you guys wander just a little bit away into the woods, see if you find anything. I need to know how you guys are trying to find a Pokemon. Are you going to try to track one through prints, or are you going to try to just find one out in the wild?
I had exactly that, actually. I want to have Goji, with his good stealth skills, go look for something.
Okay.
He'd know the area, he knows how Pokemon think, and he's got 3d6 to stealth.
Roll me a stealth then for Goji.
And he also has 4d6 to perception, so.
Alright.
19.
Yeah, okay.
Ninja.
Yuki, do you also want to try to look for one?
Honestly, I think she will just watch Kyo do whatever with Goji, out of curiosity and also an interest in figuring out like how to do it herself. But I don't think Natsu's really up for that. So
yeah,
right.
I'll just look at Goji. Goji, vanish.
You say that to Goji as Goji leaps up into one of the trees and then inside the canopy and just disappears. And you're probably both sitting there for about 5 minutes. And then eventually you see him kind of pop back down and he kind of just gestures for you to follow.
Oh, come on. He found it.
All right. Well, let's go.
I need you guys, for whoever which one wants, to roll a D100 to see what you find.
Oh, Nami, I'm looking for you.
Yes.
My Pokemon's come from the water.
Where is the D100
/R space.
Thank you.
1D100.
Oh my god.
No, it's not go for the highest thing. It's
I know, but it's just
if you were rolling to catch Pokemon, that would have been very good.
Yeah, it would have.
Yeah, that would have been a critical capture.
Damn, can't have shit.
As you kind of make your way through the woods, you do eventually come across a clearing. You're not there. As you see, kind of looking around inside of a bush. It's a Zigzagoon.
Am I supposed to see this so I can stream it?
No, because I don't see anything.
Hang on, sorry. There we go.
And Toma does have to be there if we want the stream to see it.
No, I can see it.
Oh,
okay. No, if you can see it, just fine. Go for it. I just look at Yuki.
It has not noticed you, but it seems to be digging around through the bushes, clearly looking for whatever it can find.
I mean, it's not ideal, but it's cute.
You could at least just battle it, see how Natsu does without getting zorped.
That's true. That's not a bad idea. Also, wouldn't that register information in our Pokedex as well?
A limited amount of it, but yes.
Well, better than nothing. And then she kind of like looks at Natsu, who she's been kind of carrying tucked away this whole time. All right, buddy. I know you're eating. I need you to do something for me. And just sets him down.
I'm guessing you're pointing towards the Zigzagoon.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of gives you a nod as he kind of perks up a bit, as he kind of stretches, and then he's going to jump out right in front of you. Give me one moment. We're going to start this battle. Let me just switch musics real quick.
Oh, so I learned about something before our game started.
Hmm?
Oh. Smash Flash Ganondorf. Terrifying.
Alright. As I'm going to start this up. I'm going to start a new combat. Alright. So you remember how to...
Oops.
Do you know how to do this?
No.
So right click on both yours and your Mudkip's token. Go to the bottom right icon for toggle combat stats. Yep, and then just roll them in the combat tracker. Which I believe it will just go off of you and your Pokemon's speed. Alright.
Oh, that's good. You actually want to be before your Pokemon.
You do. As the Zigzagoon, as you throw out Mudkip, and Mudkip lets out a roar towards the Zigzagoon. It looks towards you as it gets ready to fight.
You got this, buddy.
You know how Paul in the anime screams "stand by" when he threw his Pokeball out?
As it zigzags around as it's going to try to tackle your Mudkip.
This is my impression of Yuki. Natsu, lock the fuck in!
She would never raise her voice at him.
It's a battle cry.
Yeah. It hits with a 9 and will do 26 damage.
Which is then reduced by your physical defense.
Yep. Reduced by your physical defense, which is 9. So you will take
15.
15 damage.
Huh.
Okay, current HP. I would say my HP is only 7. That would kill me.
So where do I change my HP for Mudkip?
So if you open up
Apologies.
Mudkip sheet, right above its picture.
Yep.
You need to be on the stats page. It's the first one on the left.
The first one on the left, you said?
Yeah, so
So
on
if you
the
open up-
column that's all the way on the left side of the sheet where it's got the different buttons you can click, it's the one at the top. I'm gonna post it in the Pokemon Hoenn chat.
I was gonna say,
it's this.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, take your time. This is the first time we've played the system.
Okay, but where do I get to his sheet, though?
Oh, okay.
Click the token.
So
Okay,
yeah,
just
you
double
can
click. Okay, gotcha.
you can
Okay,
double click
cool.
the token, or
Yeah.
you can go into party from your sheet.
Also, if you
Okay,
drag
cool, thanks.
if you drag the token from the side down to like one of the bottom things that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 through, you can just click the button to open it and close it.
All right.
You can also press C to open and close your character sheet.
Oh, that's good to know. Thank you. Okay. All right. He off. 16 HP. Hang in there, Mudkip. We are not losing 2 in a row.
You took what, 15 damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, you took 15.
Okay.
So you should be at 27. So it's the damage there minus whatever your defense is. So
Okay.
you take you take 15 damage, so you lower it to 27.
Sick. Okay. I see. All right, buddy.
Yep. All right, what do you do? You can move on your turn, and you can issue a command on your turn.
I think I'm fine. I mean, I don't. I guess I'm just gonna tell him to use water gun. Honestly.
All right. Go to. So on the sheet, you should see right below where stats was moves.
Mm-hmm.
Just hover over water gun and click it when the. Yep. 17 will definitely hit. Oh, that was one away from a crit. So now in the chat messages, you'll see a thing that says damage. Click on damage.
Okay.
25 against this Zigzagoon.
Natsu, lock in, buddy. You got this.
There's a special attack. All right. It is going to take 1 injury. All right, and do you have Mudkip move?
One shot it.
Yeah, let's move back just real quick over here, Mudkip. Get to the side of me.
All right. It's Zigzagoon's turn. He's going to charge, not happy that he just got tackled. She's going to whoosh. 8 will hit. For 23 minus whatever your Mudkip has.
23.
Should be
Minus
9.
9.
Minus 9.
Right.
So that's 14 damage.
Yeesh.
Keep in mind, if you're trying to capture it, you only gotta get it so low.
Alright.
Cool.
That's its turn.
You know what? Honestly, I guess I might capture it. Yeah, why not?
Okay. Tommy, you're gonna have to help with this one.
So are you currently trying to capture it?
Yes.
So, double right-click on the Zigzagoon. That should
Okay.
target it, and then in your character sheet under your items, click on the icon for the Pokeball. It'll be the second tab on the left side underneath the stats for your items.
Yeah.
Pokeballs.
Double clicking does
assuming
nothing though.
For, well, what are you double clicking?
Basic balls.
So you
Is
click
that-
on the icon, not the name.
Yeah, I did do that, and it did not do anything. So,
It worked for me.
is it basic
Uh,
balls or is it something else? Because that's what
It should be basic ball.
It's not.
Is it giving you like a little dice logo when you do that?
Nope.
So like, I'll send another screenshot.
It is doing literally nothing right now.
Okay, so I just put it in your inventory on
That's
the
what
side.
That's what it should look like when you
Oh,
mouse
sick.
over it.
That one actually has an
Oh,
Yeah.
icon for it.
Did you add in an item manually for the ball?
I think so.
That's why you had to drag it onto your sheet,
Yeah.
basically.
Oh, you can drag things.
Yeah.
Delightful.
So now if you just click that. That's a hit.
Yep.
Alright. As it goes in to the ball, it shakes once, twice, 3 times as you all hear, well, Kyo
I hear it
and
in
Yuki
spirit.
here. Yeah. A small click and chime sound signifying the capture as you have captured the Zigzagoon.
It would have been really funny if it was another shiny.
Just why does this keep happening? Oh yeah, I can do it here. Apply capture. Do Yuki. There. And now if you look in your party, you should be able to see it there.
Nice. Hello, little buddy.
Make sure that
As-
Yuki has
Yeah.
control of the thing.
Huh. Neat.
I don't think Mudkip's in my party though.
It should be.
If you go to the top of your sheet on the right-ish side, there should be a thing there that says party.
Okay, bizarre. I see Yuki and Zigzagoon, but I have to like open it up actually to see Mudkip. That's okay, Mudkip. I appreciate that you're here.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it should be in the party folder.
Okay, now Zigzagoon's in there as well. Cool.
Yep. But yeah, you have just captured your second Pokemon, a Zigzagoon. As you kind of walk over, you pick up the Pokeball, and Mudkip lets out a small cry of victory.
You did.
Good job, Natsu. I'm so proud of you. Just
He
give him a
kinda
bunch of
runs-
scritches.
Yeah, he flops to his side, lets you do some belly scritches.
I
Oh,
wonder what I should name this one though.
I was gonna say, what's its? Well, is it a he or a her?
That
Do you check?
is a good question. Yeah, I guess I check.
Because the Rondor Pokedexes have that thing in Gen 4 anime where they could scan Pokeballs.
Yeah.
Cool.
You would also know, like, if you tap the Pokeball, like, once, it doesn't, like, you have to really press down to release the Pokemon, or, like, activate the throw mode. This one, if you, like, click on it, you can see the Pokemon inside, just kind of miniaturized, looking up at you. You would know that this is a female Zigzagoon. Through your Pokédex, you're able to tell that this is in a field egg group. And you have the stats for it. It has a gentle nature.
Well,
A
do
gentle
you want to keep
nature.
the season's name going?
Maybe not for this one. Can't think of anything more casual though than Natsu.
I mean, Aki means fall.
Yeah, but I think I'll save that for something else though. Let's see. Honestly, Bagel was a really cute name. This thing's about on par with that. Pancake.
Valerian Muffin? Oh.
No, after
Pancake?
the conversation earlier, Pancake.
All right.
All right. You now have Pancake, the Zigzagoon.
Well, if we have time back at the lab, I'd love to give both your Pokemon a full physical checkup. Check all the biometric data.
Suppose I can possibly allow you to do that.
We get to see if she's bigger or smaller or on par with her species average. Same with Natsu.
All right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind knowing what size he is.
So you guys make your way back towards the lab. I will say, in that time, Caden, you are just wrapping up your lunch with the Birch family. Both your companions having disappeared and not returned.
Caden has no idea how long they've been gone.
You know that it's been about 20 minutes.
No, he has no idea. He was too enraptured in the conversation.
Oh, fair enough. Either way. And as you were kind of helping take the plates into the kitchen, we'll say Yuki and Kyo, mostly because you both know you would need permission from the professor to use the lab. You kind of come back in as Professor Birch goes, "Oh, welcome back. What you guys been up to?"
I was wondering where you guys got up to.
Yuki just holds out the bowl that previously Natsu had taken out with them. Returning this.
He reaches over and grabs it. Thank you.
Well, Kyo suggested that maybe, we should get some Pokemon, and we found one out there. Courtesy
Oh?
to Goji, of course.
Caden just stares at you guys and blinks. Huh?
What? We just caught a Pokemon. It's got a little Zigzagoon.
He sort of just looks like, how long were you gone?
Not that long.
Kid, you
Goji
can
is
look at the
quite good
clock.
at finding things.
Yeah, Kid, you look at the clock and you realize it's been a minute since you started lunch.
He sort of stares at you for a second. Okay. And he just smiles at you guys. Well, guess I've got some catching up to do.
Professor kind of walks in next to Brendan as Brendan says, "Well, good, congratulations. It's very different to be able to catch your first Pokemon compared to, being given it. So you were able to do both on the same day."
Yuki just kind of like smiles and like shuffles her feet a bit. Well, again, I have to stress, I think Goji did most of this. You should have seen him out there. Really, it was very impressive.
You just found it. You battled it, and you didn't get beat up by it, and you caught it.
And Natsu did it all, like half asleep. I'm surprised the little guy after lunch did not just take a nap, but
Not
By the way, I
locked in.
I added it to Natsu's seat already, but he gained 3 experience for that.
nice.
Oh, good. We're doing those rules.
Yes.
It's kind of hard not to in a Pokemon game.
Yeah, because he was
did.
gaining the battle experience.
Took 6 generations for us to get those rules, man.
Anyways, that's great. Any idea what you're gonna call it?
Pancakes. Pancake.
Once more with feeling.
You
Come
you
on,
see
you're gonna
Burst
have
just
to-
kind of let out a laugh at the name. He goes,
You're gonna
I
have to
love
shout that
it.
when you
It's-
throw
it's-
it into battle, aren't you?
"That's great."
Caden is just big grin.
Pancakes the Zigzagoon.
Yuki is staring at the floor, absolutely horrified and embarrassed.
I think it's a great name, Yuki.
Birch comes over and is like, no, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Honestly, it's great. Some trainers don't even nickname their Pokemon. Hell, there's that nice little Poochyena down at the store named Bagel. Any name really works.
I think we were all fortunate enough to meet Bagel, actually. I love Bagel.
Bagel's great.
Isn't he great? He is! Well,
There was Trophio, the trophies.
before you go, because I was going to send you all on your adventure immediately, let's go over to the lab. I'll get both yours healed up, and then we'll see you guys off down the trail. I have a special route that I want you guys to take. But seeing as Yuki here has already taken the first steps, I think it will help the rest of you guys as well.
It's evaluating time.
Oh yeah. So Birch will lead you guys over to the lab, and before he lets you evaluate though, Kiyo, he does go in and sort of heal up the Zigzagoon, and he'll heal up Natsu.
God, that's such a better name than Galarian Muffin.
So as you let Pancake out for the first time though, it kind of looks around curiously. Its movements, unlike during the battle, are given to its nature very gentle. It kind of just gracefully kind of looks around very carefully, then kind of looks up at you. You see his tongue slowly stick out with a happy kind of expression.
I don't know,
Yuki,
Yuki. I think you got a type.
I do not. They find me somehow.
Well, they're adorable.
Yuki will just kneel down and like reach out a hand, kind of like fingers curled in, like to let Pancake sniff it.
Yeah. She'll sniff it, and then eventually she kind of gently nuzzles it. The hair on it feels strangely soft, except when you get towards the points at the end, where it becomes almost sharper, a little bit rigid.
How cute.
It doesn't take long though. The professor, after a few minutes, heals up both the Pokemon. He does wrap a bandage around Zigzagoon to help it with its injury. He says that, within an hour, the injury should be healed via the medicine. And then he kind of gestures for Yukio to step forward.
I pull out my notebook. I twirl a pencil in my fingers. It's evaluating time. And first, I start with a new guy.
Yep.
Is
Poké education. No, I'm stealing. I can't. That'd be stealing from a shit character. 10 out of a possible 24.
10. Yeah, that's good enough for the Zigzagoon.
Yeah.
If you look at it, you would know that this Zigzagoon is approximately 1 foot 2 inches tall, about 2 inches smaller than average, and it weighs around 36 pounds, about 2.6 pounds below average. But it looks very healthy. Looks like it's just maybe was born on the smaller side.
I'm gonna basically have you show Yuki how to take these notes and explain how it's important to monitor a Pokemon's growth.
Yuki takes her own notes from his notes quite intently and is quite intently listening.
So she's a little bit on the small side, but that means you might need to lean into speed rather than raw offense. Thankfully, Lightning are some of the fastest Pokemon in this entire region and are even capable of learning extreme speed.
He is correct.
Just wait till they get the zoomies.
I say.
Oh.
Upon your evaluation too, you would realize that this Zigzagoon's focus is definitely better than Natsu's. It does seem to be able to focus a lot more.
This actually looks at you instead of staring blankly.
Exactly. Also, you would notice that its soft paws and the way that it can move seems to indicate that it can move pretty stealthily.
I have an above game question. I need to see if Nami won this coin flip. What's the ability?
I was also gonna ask.
You would know that the ability is Gluttony.
Huh? Finally, someone else but me loses this coin flip.
Damn.
It would have been very funny if we got like 3 days into this journey and Yuki just looks down. Pancake, why are you holding a nugget?
No, now it's just gonna have to fight Natsu for all of the food.
Yeah, so you got that thing. This thing eats double food.
This thing will take double the food to feed, yes.
Oh my god.
It's fine. It means that when they evolve, they'll be real big.
This thing's tiny.
Maybe that's why they got gluttony, because they're compensating.
You would also know, though, through looking at this thing, it's a heavy girl for compared to most Pokemon.
She's round.
She's small, but
no. I have a small spherical Zigzagoon.
You have a little dwarf
how strong
star.
is Yuki? Would you say?
Just confuse it for a brown spheal.
What? How strong is Yuki? You asked.
Yeah.
Not
very strong. Okay. I would say that with great struggle, you could, despite it only being about a foot tall, this is a dense little Zigzagoon. You try to lift it up towards the table. This thing almost being towards 40 pounds. You're putting it on.
Jesus.
Zigzagoons weigh quite a bit.
That is a fat fucking raccoon.
Say yours is 36 pounds.
God damn.
That's what I said.
Underweight.
And it's only gonna get fatter. It's only gonna get
that's underweight.
How is it? How that just doesn't.
You would know that.
Like,
38.6.
it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
That's too heavy.
Thank you, TA. Do we want to take a break?
Yeah, and here we'll take the break as you are finally getting your fully healed Zigzagoon pancake, and
Next,
the
when we get
evaluation
back,
is
we'll,
done.
we'll show Nami how to evaluate on Natsu.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna take
Ready?
a quick break, and we'll be right back. Okay. So, you wanted to look at one more Pokemon?
Yeah, I want to help Yuki if the help action exists. Evaluate her son.
All right. Yuki, roll me a Pokemon education check.
Oh, there's no help action. Darn it.
I have let me
I
help
don't
you with
believe
that.
so.
Want to make one up for the sake of being cool?
Let's see what she rolls first. It's not going to take
Alright.
much.
Well, the better, the more detail.
8.
8 out of 18, over half.
Yeah.
I mean,
What?
if
No.
so, if it's
Well,
a
no.
fail, I do have let me help you with that.
And what does that do?
Trigger, an allied trainer fails a skill check in a skill you have ranked at novice or higher. If it's Pokemon education, I specifically do have that in novice. So I can. Where'd it go? The ally may re-roll the skill check with a bonus equal to your skill rank.
All right. Reroll it. See if you get better. So,
That would be a
skill rank
of
3, I believe.
3?
Ow.
Yeah.
Do
Do
I
it
get
again
the
with a plus
modifier
3?
or?
Yeah, so I believe for mod, you just put 3. 11.
Better.
All right.
Same
You're being
roll,
led.
actually.
Yeah, you're being led through
Damn.
this. And you know that your Mudkip is, first off, 1 foot 7 inches, 3 inches above average. It's a big boy.
The big boy.
I basically have this game's version.
He
of
weighs
guidance.
about 20 pounds. You already know this. He is a male. He has the ability Mud Dweller. The user resists ground types and water type attacks 1 step further in defense.
Nice.
Let's see. He is part of the Monster and Water 1A group. And I believe that's about it. Besides the fact you'd probably realize he has a hard time keeping focus.
Hard time keeping focus. I hadn't noticed that one. Except when it's his food bowl.
Also, he does not seem to be a Pokemon that could tell a lie if it could.
Huh.
He ain't a trickster.
I just realized that he has a pathetic combat skill.
Oh, hell nah.
And so pretty much, if you just keep track of this data every now and then, you'll see if he gets stronger, bigger, test how rigid his skin has become or pliable.
Well,
Say again?
I was talking to Yuki.
Oh, sorry.
thank you so much, Kyo. I really appreciate the help with this. It'll be good information to have down the line.
Plus,
Alright.
I don't know, maybe his little fin doodle will get bigger.
Does that happen?
No, I'm from Johto.
Birch will speak up. When they get closer to evolution, yes, you'll actually start seeing traits that more resemble that of the evolution than the previous form.
Oh, well, good to know. I guess I'll keep an eye out for that.
Yep.
Do we know what
All right.
Nature Walk is? Because apparently Torchic has Nature Walk grasslands.
I think it just means that your Pokemon's naturally faster going across grasslands.
I'll have to look at that.
But I will look into it. Yeah. Alright. It goes well. if that's everything, let me show you the trail you'll be taking. As he will open the door and gesture for you all to follow him. As eventually, instead of leading you down the path towards, like, you know, the road that led up, he kind of comes off to this little side path. He goes, this will be a good example of what you will be doing, you know, during your journey. I have a little path set up here in the woods. It will lead back down to the village. It will take a little bit more time, but you should arrive there before the sun sets. Alright, so take your time, get to know your Pokemon, and if you two want to do what Yuki did, maybe go look for some. I'll meet you down in the town tonight, and show you some stuff around. You know? Truly introduce you to the Ranger, Pokemon Ranger Corps, and explain to you more of what that sort of work will look like.
Sounds good to me.
Any questions?
Sounds good to me, Professor.
Alright. You two are good with that?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, perfect. Well, off you go then. As he starts to sort of turn around and starts heading back towards his lab, he goes, also, don't worry, there's nothing dangerous in this parts of Hoenn, really. Even the Alpha Mightyana that people have been talking about, it's not this far south. So you're perfectly safe in these woods. Let me know if you find anything cool.
Kind of just turns to Kyo and with kind of a devious look goes, see, that's what he would tell us if there was that's what he would tell us if there was something dangerous down this way.
Oh, I mean, I don't think we want to find that yet. You got 2 hungry mouths to feed than to be risking all that.
I'm not risking anything.
Well, one way to find out.
Kyo is immediately gonna just be like, I'm looking for water.
You're looking for water on the trail?
Yep, we fishing.
Alright. Roll me survival or something. I know it's not.
Can Goji roll to perceive, because he can climb it. He has the ability just to climb up trees due to his wall climber.
I will say yes.
Because he's going to be my eyes in the sky.
So, well, he does that. You watch as Kyo sends up his Trico up into the trees, trying to look for a pond or something. Kaden or Yuki, do you try to look for anything?
Sure.
Okay. What are you trying to look for? It could be a multitude of different things.
I mean, if there's any poison types, she's definitely keen in for that, but I think she's just kind of generally looking right now to see what's in the area.
Alright. We'll have you roll perception.
Caden is sort of just paying attention to the area around them, what seems normal, if anything seems off or interesting, like the professor said.
I'll say also roll me a perception check then.
Perception. 5.
Yuki
start,
and
everybody.
Bishop. It doesn't seem like either of you really see anything interesting. Yuki, you don't really see any wild Pokemon running about. You can hear them, but it's kind of hard to just spot them. Caden, I mean, it looks like the regular forest trail. You don't see any interesting footprints or anything that doesn't seem to belong. However, Goji eventually comes back to Yukio and kind of, once again, kind of gestures for you to follow.
Well, I'm gonna go follow my lizard.
Okay.
Looks already. We should probably follow him, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
We do that.
Alright, you do that. Kyo, you are eventually led down the path to what looks like a small clearing with a decent-sized pond. You're not sure if there's anything in it. You don't see any water-type Pokemon currently. You can either try to fish or look for tracks. Up to you.
Fish.
Fish? Okay. Roll me a survival then to see if you can fish anything up.
Yeah. And my plan was to have Yuki here to have a water type stir up trouble.
Yuki, are you willing to send Mudkip in to try to stir up trouble?
Absolutely. It's a good thing Yuki is probably 10 feet behind you.
Yuki, can you have Natsu just swim around and chase something that can maybe work on land up to the surface? Or
sure, I can ask him to.
Something strong looking.
She just sets him down. All right, Natsu, do you think you can do that for me, buddy?
He kind of looks sleepily up towards you and kind of gives a yes nod as he kind of jumps into the water and just starts to dive down.
While they're doing that, Caden is going to take Ahi just a safe distance away for a fire type from the water.
Fair enough.
So, Yuki, I heard from Professor Birch you liked dancing?
You're saying that's Yuki?
What? No, not Yuki. Ahi. I am still learning, even though I named the Pokemon.
He kind of looks up excitedly and nods.
Just smiles and sets her down. Mind showing me what you like? Maybe we can work some of it into our routine if we wanted to do contests.
She jumps down. I am going to need 2 different checks.
Well,
one for Natsu.
Can I actually roll mine at all?
Well, I need Natsu to roll first, see if you can kick anything extra up for you.
I was just establishing what Caden is doing while you guys are doing this, so it doesn't just get lost and he sits there doing nothing.
Yeah.
What am I rolling?
I'm going to say an intimidate roll from Natsu to try to stir up trouble in the water. 11, pretty
11
good.
11 out of 12.
Damn.
Things are definitely starting to kick up in the water. Kyo, roll me survival, add a +2 to your roll to see what you can find.
13 out of 15. It did not add it like I wanted it to.
That's fine.
15.
Yeah, 15 is pretty good. After a minute or so, as the water's getting stirred up, you notice that it doesn't seem to be kicking up much from the bottom. But something definitely is moving down in there, as suddenly you can feel it latch onto your fishing rod as you kind of start reeling in and pull up. You notice it doesn't take too much force, as you would imagine there's probably not much water-type Pokemon in this pond, but you do pull up what looks like this small blue spider that constantly keeps yelling, ah, 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 ah.
Tell me we know what we must name it. Bug type. Okay, I can deal with this. I can work with this.
As
I challenge you to battle.
You
Yep, I was just taking some notes.
I can't drag myself.
Alright, give me 1 minute.
Remember to loop the battlefield.
Give me a moment. I got some stuff to have to set up.
Well, I can at least drag my own
Over
Pokemon
here.
onto the thing.
And then say it's about standing on the water there as you pulled it up. Just let me just get the music.
I didn't know that Surskit could be under the water.
Technically, it's a water type. It should be able to.
Yeah, it's one of those can hold breath, cannot breathe.
All right. I'm gonna do this. New encounter. All right, roll for your Trico and you.
Such good battle music.
Not the best, actually. Not the best. I have a reroll and I'm gonna use it.
All right, go right ahead.
You have to clear me off the thing.
Yeah. Actually, I think this is one of those things where... Is your speed just 7, by the way? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think it
was.
was...
I can't.
It's one of those things we can't really re-roll because it's always going to be based off of whichever Pokemon has the highest speed.
Well, then I'm keeping it.
That is fair. So it is going to start off with Surskit, who, upon seeing this, is going to go...
Gonna go at.
Yeah, he goes, ah! As it runs over here, it's just going to shoot bubbles at your Trico. I just need to check one thing.
It does feel a little bit like the first round of combat is really detrimental if you're slow as a trainer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's borderline.
I can't help that.
I mean, the only thing I can think is calling a move as you throw them out, but if you're faster than your Pokemon, you just skip your turn.
So this is interesting. So Bubble is a burst move, which means, first off, let's see if it hits. 15 will definitely hit. But since it's a burst move, it will hit everything within 5 feet of the target as well.
Okay, though, to be fair, I didn't put myself there, and I would never have wanted to be that close to battle.
Okay. Where would you have been? Because you would have been somewhere near...
commanding him from... I see it come up. I would have been not near the Trico.
Okay.
Like what? A trainer who stands right next to his Pokemon in battle is gonna get killed.
Trico takes 20 minus whatever its special defense is.
Cut in half. I resist.
And then cut in half. Yes.
Okay, so that'd be 14
11
cut in half to 7.
7.
So
Trico takes 7 damage.
So we're still cutting in half for resistance, but
that's a good point.
I'd say yeah. Honestly, I think that one should stay because then the battle is actually last, and it's the super effective that's not just and then dead.
I'm fine with whatever. I just wanted to make sure one way or the other.
I'd say just cut it offensively because then the battle isn't 2 turns and over.
We'll see how it goes then. That is Circuit Saints is also it's gonna move. Oh, not you! What the fuck? No, stop. What the fuck is going on? It's gonna move one more over. As it does not like to see a water, it does not like to see a grass type there. That is its turn.
Trico can't do anything unless I can move it on its turn.
All right, so you just
does it move on its turn? Because if not, then
yes,
that's
you can move it on his turn. If it enters the water, though, it can only move 3 blocks, but it can't enter the water.
Oh, I don't need it to. I'm within range.
All right. So you tell Trico to stand right there.
Mm-hmm. And immediately orders absorb. It'll be neutral this time.
All right. you roll it?
Oh, I didn't know. I thought it went off on Trico's turn, not mine.
Oh, sorry. Right. Sorry, it's getting late. I'm tired. It's been a long day. All right, Circuit is gonna come back. It is immediately just gonna, because it is freaking out. It's gonna just come over here. It's gonna try to bubble again.
That's fine.
I believe a 6 will still hit. For 23.
Where do we see that? Because like,
It's is the AC of the attack, which is already calculated into it, which is how it got the 6, and then is against your Pokemon's. First, since it's a special attack, it goes up against.
It's in your combat page. Since it's a special attack, it'd be your special evasion. In the early levels, it's gonna be like 1 or 2 until you get to higher levels. So almost everything at this level is gonna hit.
So rolling to hit right now is pointless. Got it.
I mean,
No, it can miss.
Yeah, you can still get like a nat 1.
Not if it has any modifiers. It does still.
It will always get a -2, so it can get a -1 and miss Trico.
There.
So 23 minus 9 divided by 2.
Still 7.
7 damage.
Yeah, we
It's
don't
now
heal
Trico's turn.
And it is still within four according to the ruler, so absorb goes off.
Yep.
0.
So 0. Let me see if that actually hits.
I can re-roll that one because we said
You can re-roll that one, yes. Otherwise, I believe it would miss.
9 for 30.
30.
Stays 30 before subtraction because it's neutral. Water's weak, bug resists.
Yeah, so it's
So it takes 30 minus whatever its special defense is, which is that.
Though the math does get a bit messed up if we don't have the resist and the weakness be the same that way.
I don't see how it would get messed up.
Because they'd be different numbers.
It's just how much extra would it do? Again, keeping it defensive keeps the battle going longer. The offense just makes it okay, and we're done.
All right, so that's Trico's turn.
How much HP do I get back? Oh, so like, how much total damage did I do?
You did 18 total damage.
Cool. I heal for 9.
Yep.
And it gets to move still.
Trico can move if it wants.
Over here.
Okay. It is now your turn.
Second verse, same as the first. Drink him.
All right. I'll remind you, if you knock out the Pokemon,
I didn't know how well it was doing. I have no frame of reference here. So
I know. Just letting you know.
Can I have a frame of reference, please?
I mean, it definitely looks hurt.
Okay. And then we threw this Pokey brick. Oh, forgot to target. It says I need a target, but it will not let me target Surskit.
Double right click.
You double click. Yeah. That will hit.
Ooh,
Oh, wow.
That's a bad roll.
Yep.
Happens. I got a few bad rolls in my training.
I think it still captures, though.
Yeah, Surskit's catch rate can't be high.
Well, you had to get under a 95 on a D100. You got a 95.
Yeah, it's less than or equal to.
Less than or equal to. So it's equal to, so you capture it. It says, Q, you throw the Pokeball, it hits the Surskit. And it bloosh right into the water.
Oh, they don't return right to us?
Nope. However, you see just a few moments later, Mudkip comes up with it in its mouth. It kind of drops it on the ground.
Well, I'm going to hold off on releasing Surskit out of there until we are at a proper medical facility.
All right, but yeah, congratulations, you have captured the Surskit. Good job.
can I scan its Pokeball just to see moves in nature and such?
Sure. I would give you the moves and the nature, because without a proper physical, you wouldn't get much else.
Second is look.
Yeah. It is a lonely nature.
Not bad.
And it has bubble.
Neat. It has what I need it to have.
Yep.
Well,
And
that's that.
Caden sort of looks up from Torchic and sees the Pokeball you're holding, smells. Oh, good job. What, it's a Surskit? I think I heard you say that.
Uh-huh. Water bug type Pokemon eventually losing its water type upon evolution.
Oh, what does it become then?
Masquerain, one of the most sought after contest Pokemon, actually.
What type does it gain, or does it just lose the water type?
Oh, it becomes a flying type.
Just sort of looks over at the Trigu. Well, sounds pretty good for you then.
Mm-hmm. Becomes a flying type, and it gets to use the eye-like pattern on its wings to intimidate enemies.
I think eye contact is also quite scary.
Not even its real eyes, that's the fun part. It's just big wings.
hey,
Good
Bucket
job, though.
runs back up to you, Yuki.
And good job, Natsu. I suppose maybe you'll have to borrow Natsu again in the future for that. That seemed awfully effective.
Oh yeah, if any of you want to catch a water type, it's probably the best idea. Surskit can probably glide across the water, but probably can't dive deep.
What about you, Caden? Are you looking for a water type?
Well, it probably wouldn't be the worst idea. Start making his way over, though might be a little dangerous for Torchic.
I have half of an idea.
And that would be?
Well, Goji's not doing his best, and unless it's against another pure water type, he might not be able to recover as easy. What if Yuki just weakens it, or loans you pancakes, and then you throw the Pokeball?
That sounds like that would work to me.
Let Pancakes get his her first battle in.
If her injury's healed up.
So you would know
Professor
Birch.
took care of her.
His HP is full. You would know that it would probably need a little bit more time before the injury is fully healed.
Darn it.
Natsu should be good, though.
Yeah, Natsu's probably perfect.
Alright, buddy. I know I'm working you an awful lot today, but let's see
Doesn't
if we can get something for Caden.
it feel a little bit disingenuous not to use my own Pokemon though?
Well, we could always look for something else, like a grass Pokemon. Covers up your weaknesses.
Yeah, I think for now I'll just keep my eyes open for something else, and if I have something that's a little better against water, or he gets a bit stronger, then we can look into a water type.
Say, Caden, if you want to look for a Pokemon, you would know that you can either just go looking for one, look for tracks, which you may be able to find multiple tracks, and then you can decide which one to go after. Or in terms of trying to find one in a water type environment, it's not likely you'll find too much more in this pond, but you might find something.
So he would check around the pond for tracks of Pokemon that would come to the pond for like water to drink.
Yeah, okay. Roll me. Let's see. I guess this would be a survival. You're trying to track something down with footprints.
Survival. 8.
8. Yeah. Let me see how many different kinds of footprints you find. All right, you find 2 different sets of footprints. Let me see. Okay. Okay. See, that would be. One looks like they are taken off in a very zigzaggy pattern. So you can kind of get the idea of what that is.
I wonder.
The other one looks more like paw prints. Like a dog's.
Well, we've already got a Zigzagoon, so I'll go after that one.
You wanted a dark type.
So you start following the prints. I need one more check to try to find it.
Another survival.
Another survival.
Another 8.
Another 8. That works. As eventually. You're all taken here. Moment.
Now I gotta look up a kaiju name.
As you kind of come across here, you do notice something though. It's not just one Poochyena. It's 2. As you know, through what little you've researched, Poochyenas are pack animals.
Makes sense. And apparently I can't actually add my Pokemon to the scene. That was just, I happened to do it at the same moment you did earlier.
Burton, what's the gender of mine?
The Surskit?
Yeah.
It is female.
Okay.
Caden's gonna...
But you see 2 Poochyena getting ready to kind of turn towards you.
Caden's going to stand next to Ahi and just sort of nods to the Poochyena. Hello, nice to meet you. I've just started on my journey to be a Pokemon trainer, and Ahi and I were wondering if either of you would like to join us or battle for the opportunity.
Roll me something to convince them.
Well, I have this funny
Persuade
ability. The puppy. I have this funny ability called Mystic Sense that allows me to, instead of using Charm, use my intuition to improve the disposition of wild Pokemon.
Okay. Then roll me intuition.
11.
Alright, you need to beat a 10. As... The one closest to you steps forward.
4 dice.
As this one steps to the side. It still wants to battle if it was going to be captured, but this one seems to have agreed to a one-on-one.
Nods respectable. And he's gonna step back and gesture Ahi forward. Ahi, if you would.
He skips forward, ready for battle. As I've put that up. Alright. As we begin combat, it's Ahi's turn.
Well, I can't give an order, so for now... Because... Overland, yeah, so she's gonna move... Probably over to here to try and make some distance.
Alright. That brings it now to your turn.
He's gonna step back a little bit. Let me double check the distance on this move. Range 4. Yep. Ahi, open up with Ember. Try not to set the forest on fire, though.
Alright. Now the Poochyana's turn. You watch as the hair on its back starts to stick up on end as it's going to use Howl. As it's going to increase its combat stage by 1. Alright, as it's going to rush in. 1, 2, 3, get here, but that's its turn. It's now Torchic's turn to release that Ember.
15.
That will hit.
For 22.
22 minus that.
That was a 1 and 2 on the dice.
Alright, as it takes an injury.
Oh, interesting. He's gonna move up just so that they're not angling as much at foliage if it darts past her. Takes an injury, huh?
Yep.
Well, I imagine it comes to my turn.
Which it is now.
He's gonna give it a turn because he feels like it would be disrespectful to not give it an actual battle. So, for now, he's gonna smell... Good job, Ahi! Scratch it!
Right. You give the command for it to use scratch. This Poochyana is going to come in and it's going to use tackle. Did that not loop?
I was gonna say the music, by the way.
Yeah, it ended.
I set it to loop. What the hell? Okay. And this is going to come in with a tackle.
Yeah, I think that hits.
Yes, it do. For 21 damage.
Let's see.
Minus whatever your defense is.
Defense is 7, so...
So 14.
14.
So I believe tackle also has the ability to push back 1. It's just going to kind of come right back in.
It's half HP that it does an injury, right?
Yes, if it hits you below half.
Alright, it did not. I just wanted to make sure.
Alright.
And that should mean he gets a scratch off.
Indeed.
For 4.
For 17 damage?
Yep.
Interesting. As it takes the hit, it's still standing.
Good, I was hoping it'd still be standing. I didn't want to hit it with Ember and instantly kill it. Or knock it out.
Crash was the right move.
Oh, yeah, no, I heard it takes a wound. I was like, oh, I shouldn't do that again.
Thank you, Staddle, for telling us how bad that thing's special defense is.
And,
now it is your turn.
Yep. After the scratch, and considering that enough of a battle for a first Pokemon, he will throw a ball. 11, which I assume hits a Poochyana.
That hits.
For a 20.
20, yep. As there's literally no way, as long as you hit, it wouldn't catch. As you are able to catch the Poochyana. You see the one back as soon as you realize its friend's been caught. Suddenly whimpers and scampers away out into the woods, clearly not wanting to meet the same fate.
Caden just smiles and waves at it. Thank you, I'll take good care of them. He smiles. Good job, Ahi.
Alright. As Ahi kind of jumps in the air with laying out a victory chirp. As I already applied it to Chica, by the way, earlier. But she gains some XP.
Nice.
Yes, congratulations. You now have the Poochyana that you now have to name.
Do I know its gender if I scan it?
Yep. Even one moment. It is. Let's see if the just also female.
Muffin.
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 I realize I should also have to pick your ownership. Oh no, it should just be an owner. All right, yeah.
It's not
You
in
have
my
now
party
have.
yet. Well, actually, I probably just need to close and reopen the party. That's why. Yep, there it is. Oh, it has the teamwork ability.
Yeah, you have
Oh,
now captured Muffin the Poochyana.
Interesting. That would be very good if I decide to do double battles.
Okay, Torchic comes up and jumps up into your arms, clearly very, very pleased.
Yep, she gets all of the scritches and the pets. Well, I think that makes us all even, guys.
Yep.
I believe it does.
Well, guess
Did you
we'll-
guys want to continue down the path, or are you going to try to look for more Pokemon? Are you trying to show up the town with 20?
No, we have to feed these things.
I'm still worried about my fat fucking Zigzagoon.
Oh, interesting.
All right.
That's a cool capability.
I would like someone in the group to roll a survival check just to follow the trail. It's not hard. Just making sure that you're
Should
finding
not
and
be
following the
Yuki.
markers.
Part of me wants to nominate Yuki just because you said that.
You want to get lost in the middle of nowhere for a while?
Alright, sounds like Yuki, you've been nominated.
Jesus.
It's fine. It's a Pokemon journey. Getting lost is part of the fun.
Oh no. Well,
Oh my gosh. Dang.
oh.
So- You guys start to follow Yuki, who you kind of insisted to go ahead. We'll say currently, Caden, you're just currently checking on Muffin the Poochyana real quick. As Kyo, you're also kind of just writing down speculations for what your Surskit may be like. As you're kind of absentmindedly following Yuki, Yuki, you're kind of just looking down at your phone as you're walking, thinking they're ahead of you. And after about, 30 minutes, you all sign to stop as you all kind of wait for a second. You all kind of look towards each other and go, wait, where are we? As you guys are now lost in the woods.
Kaden looks around, but Yuki, I thought you were following the path.
Were one of you not in front this whole time?
Oh, I was taking notes.
I
You're
was
fucking
checking on
joking.
Muffin.
Oh my god. Oh my RC. You guys, you can't trust me to lead us out. I don't go outside. I'm from Mauville. Everything I need is a block away. Surely you did not trust me to guide us.
Could be worse.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yuki just looks absolutely horrified as she just realizes there's nowhere to charge. Not only can she not charge her phone now, she also doesn't know where to go to charge her phone.
Yuki, your phone gives you the 20% battery warning.
No.
Oh, if you're gonna use it now.
You know the image of the dog accepting its fate? That's exactly what Yuki is doing right now.
Does she just kneel down by a rock and just be like, "Well, I'm here now."
I've had a good run.
I don't even think she remembered cigarettes. She's got nothing.
You checked your pocket. You do find a pack of cigarettes. It's empty.
Fuck. Well, guys, would one of you care to, I don't know, look around and help me orient ourselves?
What? I got an idea. Watch this. Hey, Caden, can you send out Muffin, please?
He just sort of grins as he scratches his back and said, "Yeah, I was gonna suggest Muffin could probably track our scent back the way we came. They're a little hurt, but if they don't get in a battle, it should be fine, right?
We don't want to go the way we came, though.
I mean, it'll get us back to the path." He'll let Muffin out.
Hey, as you let Muffin out, Muffin, he seems happy to be out. He is like holding one paw up as it's a little hurt. As he's kind of looking up, his tail does kind of wag a little bit as his head flops to the over. She her head flops over a little bit. She kind of looks up at you, Caden.
Hey, Muffin, that was a good battle. Kyo, you had an idea that maybe wasn't mine?
Mm-hmm. So, hi, Muffin, welcome. I was wondering if you could use that big, powerful nose of yours to find a human town for us.
He kind of looks at you, and then kind of lifts its head in the air and sniffs. And then it can't run at the moment easily, so it kind of just gingerly walks in a direction, genuinely sniffing. Roll me a perception check for Puchiana, Caden. For Muffin.
Muffin, if you need any help, I can carry you. It's up to you, though. Perception, there it is.
Saying that, Muffin will come back and like ask for being upsies.
Yeah, he'll pick Muffin up and just carry her for now, so
she
doesn't walk on her paw.
Yeah, so ain't gotta walk,
towards
just
the
point.
direction. Yeah. Eventually, though, you kind of are sitting there, like walking for a little bit. As you kind of look up, it's kind of hard to tell what time it is as it starts to begin to rain. As eventually you can hear what sounds more like a voice. It sounds like a little girl's voice, and she goes, "I can't find it. Bun Bun, can you look there again? I can't lose that. Grandma will be so upset." As she continues, you can hear the voice kind of continue on. And as you come through a clearing, you don't see a town, but you do see what looks like a younger trainer, a female, who is currently looking around what looks like a sort of makeshift. Wow, my fucking head.
Guys, both of my Pokemon have neutral natures.
Campsite.
Just your
you
average
find
Joe.
a campsite
There you go.
of this female trainer. Thank you. Who like is clearly looking for something as you approach. As she kind of stands up quickly as you three kind of come out of the bushes. She goes, "Hi, who are you?"
Kate
Hello,
just sort of blinks and looks down at Muffin.
We're some new lab trainers, and we got a little lost. I was wondering if you could point us in the direction of Oldale Town.
Yeah, it's like
Are we going to Old Town, or are we going back to Littleroot?
Littleroot.
Okay.
Oh, that then.
Yeah.
I'm so used to game progression.
Yeah, it's. I think it's like that direction. I could take you there myself. I need to find what I've lost.
Oh, Okay. I'm Caden, by the way. Alola. He's like half does it because he's still holding Muffin.
She looks at you
Yeah.
a little confused. Hi, I'm Surrey.
Nice to meet you, sorry. That is Kyo, and that's why my name not working, brain.
Welcome to the club.
It's Snow with an extra U, Toma.
You say that like I know Japanese. That's Yuki,
One of the most weeb ones, though.
and this is Muffin. You lost something?
Yeah, I just my grandmother's bracelet. She gave it to me. I was camping out here with Bun Bun, and then I set it down somewhere, and now I can't find it.
Just sort of looks down at Muffin. Muffin, I've got a
I
job
look at-
for you.
I say, looks at Goji. We might need to
Muffin.
split up.
Say, Muffin licks you in the face.
He smiles. You think you could find our new friend's bracelet so we can get back to town?
She kind of tilts her head and kind of lets out a bark. You can kind of assume that's yes.
She'll do her
All
best.
affirmative.
I forgot to take notes because I was too focused on making sure it was on the right scene. What'd you say her name was?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Surrey. Yep.
Sorry. Like the
well,
place in the England.
S-U-R-I. Surrey.
Well, Miss Surrey, Muffin here could try and sniff it out for you if you're willing to let her smell you.
Sure. Here. She looks a little hurt. She'll reach into her bag. She pulls out an orange berry.
Oh, thank you. I sort of thinks about. I probably should have been looking for something like that actually. And he'll take the orange berry and offer it to Muffin.
Muffin will bite down in it and eventually consuming it. Heal 10 HP for Muffin.
Hoenn. Back to half.
As Muffin, now walking a bit better, kind of gets down and will start sniffing around. Roll me another, we'll say perception check.
Yeah, it should be perception because they've got the tracker thing, so it should be a DC 8 specifically.
Yep.
15. And she doesn't. It's too
Four.
It's too rainy.
Say the rain's starting to come down a little bit harder. She does not find the bracelet, but she does kind of bark in your guys' direction. As she seems to have found something.
Okay, and I'll walk over.
Okay. As you kind of look down, you see that, well, she did not find the bracelet. She did seem to find tracks that led into the camp and now lead out.
What kind of tracks?
Roll me a Pokemon education.
Brain.
Train tracks.
I roll for brain. 13.
13. You notice them both through Yuki's own and the path of which they take. They are zigzagging patterns.
Caden chuckles a little bit. Miss Surrey, I think a Zigzagoon picked up your bracelet.
You see her kind of go pale a little bit at that. She's like, oh no.
Well,
Crap. She like starts to try to like, she's like, where, which way?
points in the direction of the tracks. Looks like it went that way.
Okay. So she's kind
I
of
can
looking
help
towards
you
you,
find
looking
it.
towards the tracks.
can
I
help
would
you find
really
it.
appreciate it.
Goji, search.
Goji kind of gives a nod as he kind of jumps down towards the muddy footprints of the Zigzagoons. Roll me something for him to search.
One moment. Looking through cheat confusing. 11 out of a possible 24.
Right, that's pretty good. As he kind of looks at the tracks, he starts to he grabs a stick and starts pointing in a direction. As he kind of gestures for all of you to follow.
Follow my lizard.
Say. And eventually, as you kind of follow the Trico, you're taken through this lawn path into the woods. As you come across a clearing. Just give me one moment. As you were all coming in from the bottom.
Black screen.
Oh, is it a black screen?
Yep. Also, are we to assume that Bun Bun is likely a Baniri?
It is, yes.
Also, we are at the 3-hour mark.
I was just getting there, AJ.
Okay.
That's odd. I have global illumination on.
And she was missing her grandmother's bracelet?
Yep, her grandmother's bracelet.
Do we have... Is it our tokens on the map? Because that would need to be there. I run into this problem all the time on Saturdays and Thursdays.
Can you see now?
Nope.
Yes.
I cannot.
Stream might need a
no.
minute. Well then, I guess this is Kyo's adventure.
It is Kyo's adventure now. Try refreshing the page.
Technical difficulties. Nope.
Yeah.
No. There is no token in the scene which gives you visibility of the area.
What the? That's bullshit.
That was bullshit, but it was Kyo.
I have Torchic selected, and there's Pucciana.
I'm not sure what the hell is going on here.
It's probably something in the vision. Now I can see. Whatever you just did, remember that.
Oh.
How did your tokens not have vision enabled?
It's maybe not set by default for some reason.
So as you come across this large clearing, in the middle you see what looks like a very large, very old and dying tree. You can see a stump covered in bushes and grass kind of surrounding the entire area. You can even see a few berry bushes in the far right corners. In front of you, you can also see what looks like a very, very old and long put out campfire. And suddenly, as you all kind of step forward, you all see emerging from the bushes Zigzagoons. 2 of them coming out of these holes. 1 coming out of this bush. As you seem to have found wherever the Zigzagoons call home, as they all look ready to throw down to defend it, and there's now stolen treasure. And that is where we're going to end it. So we'll pick up in 2 weeks for you guys to try to battle these Zigzagoons and take back what is this little girl's.
Oma, think of the speed EVs.
I hope everyone enjoyed watching. It's a bit of a slower paced episode.
Bit of a slower paced show.
It's going to be a slower paced show, yes. It is sort of that thing. It's sort of how the system works. But I hope everyone enjoyed watching. If you did, follow, go to YouTube, leave a like. This will probably be up in about a week. Until then, join us this upcoming Saturday for the second episode of our Astro April series. Tune in Sundays for Kanami's and AJ's. Typically it's a Stardew Valley stream, but you have been playing
this week
some
is gonna be
Pokemon.
Stardew.
I'm there too.
But Nami is streaming tomorrow.
That's true. I am. I'm streaming independent reading time, where I will hopefully actually write my essay.
Go bully her to write an essay.
God, I need it.
So now we also gave it a different name that might make a bit more sense.
Why you bully?
Okay, true. It's codependent reading time.
But with that, make sure to capture your Pokemon and when they're still alive and not knocked out. Make sure to, don't wander in the woods alone like these guys, even though, they've turned out okay.
Yeah,
and make sure that someone is leading you correctly when you're in the woods.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you mean alone? But that one, yeah, we struggled with that one.
Yeah.
Look at the science team.
And remember to choose your role carefully.